Hello everyone, back again. This time I want to talk about Downsizing, the new movie with Matt Damon and Kristen Wiig and Christoph Waltz. Um, and this is an interesting one because this is one of those movies where the trailer really just doesn't it I don't think it flat out lies to you completely. Like there are a couple elements where they're like where you're like or well it says like, "Oh, we're over dramatizing it or making it seem bigger than what it is." But the trailer I thought doesn't do the actual film justice. It's one of those trailers where it's not very like it's truthful about what it is, but it barely gives much information on what it is. If that makes sense. It really is a weird trailer. And going into the movie, I was thinking, okay, this looks like a very simple, like it sounds like a cool idea, like shrinking people down, um, and being able to like triple or double or triple like your money worth and your living and being able to live off of all your money that you have now and it when it triples whenever you become shorter or whenever you downsize, so you can live like kings but be smaller. And I thought that that's a really cool idea. And I thought that's what it really was going to be, and it is that. But there's a lot more stuff in it that is very not really shown in the trailers, and it's really interesting the way that the movie tries not to be the like it has a lot of typical Hollywood moments in it, but it seems like it's very kind of more indie in a way, like in terms not in terms of like the writing or anything, but in terms of like the story. Like the plot from the trailer seems very simple, and the movie itself, I liked how it tried to be something way different than a typical Hollywood story. Like it is something that as the movie went on, it seemed very different than something that I've seen before in these type of movies marketed as a Hollywood movie. Like I liked how this was a unique idea, and the trailer made it it made it seem less like it was about like there wasn't much to it, and that's to me sadly a way to get people into seats because a lot of people don't really want originality. People just go and see movies to see them if they're mindless entertainment. And the trailer itself wasn't bad, but it felt like it was in that vein where it's like, oh, this is just a simple story, and it's a something that's easy to digest. But I liked how the movie itself, watching it, it was more complex than I thought, and the story was way more interesting, and I liked where it went, and I liked how it. By the end, I didn't think this is where it would be, and I really liked how interesting the movie went along with its characters, which with its plot, where the movie kind of does do a lot of random turns, but not random in a bad way, random in a way that seems really interesting and clever. And I really thought that this was a clever movie. I thought that it was really interesting and unique. It's just interesting is what I'm trying to say. It's an interesting and unique film that it's funny and it has a lot of turns that you don't expect. Like there are a lot of things like I don't want to say in this video. I want you to go and clean and see what it is yourself. But if you like movies that are like Hollywood movies that make you that give you something more than the typical Hollywood like movie, like in terms of like you know where this is going to begin and end. And this one, I didn't feel like it ended where I thought it would, and I thought that it was interesting in how the story went along. It didn't feel typical. It didn't feel manufactured. It felt like it was something that was actually unique. And I thought that this was a unique idea from the trailer, but watching the movie, it's way more unique than the trailer gives it credit for. So this was really good, and I thought that all the performances were good. I thought that they all were entertaining and fun. Like Matt Damon is good in it, and Kristen Wiig is good in it, and Christoph Waltz is good in it. He's really wacky and out there. And then this woman who I don't know her name, but this her character I think is Lynn in the movie, and she is flat out the best, like the funniest character in the movie. Like you'll have to see it to understand what I'm talking about, but this character to me was legitimately so hilarious and so entertaining, and she has so many great jokes. Um, and I laughed almost all the time she was on screen. Like she was great, and she had some of the best acting in the movie. Like there are moments where this actress, whatever her name is, and I feel so bad I didn't look up her name before I talked about it on here, but this actress is so good, and she legitimately, like it was moving. Like her performance was legitimately moving, where I felt so much emotion from this performance, and I feel like it works so well with this actress. She was so fantastic, and I want to see if she's in anything else. But she was so legitimately moving. She was a moving character, and the acting was top notch. Um, but like I said, everybody else is good. The acting's good. The story is good and unique and interesting. I like this idea. I like how the movie 2, without saying anything about it, it's really unique and random, but not using random as a negative way. I'm saying random as in it doesn't follow the typical plot that I would have expected from this, but it works really well as as that. It's really cool how interesting and different it is. And this is one to go see if you like movies that kind of challenge you. I like that this was challenging for a Hollywood movie. It was interesting, and I thought that these characters were all fun and they were all entertaining, and I really enjoyed it. I thought that it was really good. I hope that this doesn't flop. I feel like this is one of those films that's just gonna be a flop because of it being something different and being not a brand. It's something that's different. It's got actors in it that people know about, but I don't think that'll have enough staying power. Like, for example, Suburbicon came out this year, which Matt Damon was in as well, which was a weird ass movie, and I didn't like as much as this one. But I hope this does not have the same effect that did, where it flopped, or not flopped, it didn't do well. Um, I hope this does better, because I thought this was a better movie than that, and I thought that this was really good. It really was really interesting and unique, and it's one to definitely check out. So thanks guys so much for watching. Check out my other videos, and I'll talk to you next time.